What's happening? You are now in tune to TalkDirty podcast. Myself, Lucasdirty. Meyers in the building.
What's going on, brother?
Manny on that lens.
Manny fresh.
We got a special episode again, following our special episode last week.
Following the special episode before
which we're gonna get into. But we've got a guest in the building, and I'm really happy about this guest.
Okay.
Because we've got a female.
I know,
in
the
the
first ever female.
Some estrogen.
Nada from Reloaded Podcast.
Reload podcast, yeah.
Okay.
Big up Reloaded podcast.
What's the podcast about?
It's just like a talk show, so it's just a topical, basically based on urban kind of culture and just what's popping on the
no,
TLs.
We don't like that
Don't
word.
do them urban. I know it's such a cliche, horrible word.
We don't really like that word here,
Yeah.
no.
We've changed it to culture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we're starting to
Even culture's
kill
going to
that.
be one of those words,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, facts.
It's gonna be-
Facts.
Right, everyone, can I take the floor?
Go ahead.
Can I take the floor with no interruption? Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody from last week. I'd like to thank Meyers International.
Thank you very much.
I'd also like to thank Manny, and I'd like to thank Humphreys.
Big up Humphrey as well. No, big up Humphrey.
I'm a weirdo. We're all aware of this. I'm awkward. My communication when I'm in my headspace isn't the best. So I appreciate you fellas for bearing with me and standing by me. I'm surprised you're here this week.
We had to do some mediation.
So, thank you to, once again, Adidas, Sticky Ginger.
Shouts
we
out
got
Sticky
looked
Ginger.
after very well. Now, there's a story that I wanted to mention, but I was thinking, right, how can I word it? How can I explain it? And I thought, do you know what the best thing to do is? Just give it to you guys.
Wow, what's happened?
Because if I talk about it from my point of view, you're going to be like, no, or whatever. I'm not going to try and make myself look cool. Go.
What are we talking about? The whole event?
No, let's talk about the story from Soul DXB. Bruv, if you ain't got this on the list.
Okay. So basically,
Mad confusion.
we're podcasting live. Obviously, Adidas invited us down. Again, shout them out. Shout out Sticky Ginger. It was an absolute wave, and we appreciate everything that they did for us. They supported us and whatever else. But anyway, let's get to it.
I hope he hasn't lost his source this week because them curls have gone so.
Oh yeah, like Samson. But listen, we can get into that as well. But so anyway, we're doing the podcast, and obviously it's live, so a lot of it is chopped up. And as you can see, we put the episode together in a way. Shouts out to Manny, he's a fucking genius. But Lucas said, you know what? Let's get some shots walking around the park, so we could put it in between the episodes. So Manny's like, okay, what exactly do you want? He said, no, we'll walk around the park. Obviously, we know a few people. We'll dap them up, whatever else. Cool. So anyway, now we're walking around. It's an absolute wave.
Manny, you getting this yet?
Manny, you know what we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
So anyway, we're walking around now. It's an absolute wave. We're seeing people. What's going on? Dapping them up, whatever. I mean, if you check out last week's episode, then you will see what we're talking about in between the episodes. We're walking around. It's a vibe, nothing but. So anyway, now, I see someone in common. So I'm like, I don't know who that person is, but it looks hella familiar. So I turn around to Manny. I said, yo, do you recognize that guy? He said, yeah. It's X, Y, and Z. Oh, my God. So I said, oh, all right, cool. Yo, all right, cool. Say no more.
Bear in mind, I'm walking behind you, aren't I? Yeah, I'm behind you.
I don't know if you are behind or in front of me. He's behind. So anyway, now, bearing in mind we're filming as well. So anyway, this person's credible. And he's doing some artistic show. I'm not too sure what it is, but people are watching him. And he's writing on the wall, like, I think, some sort of quote, whatever you want to call it. I didn't even get to find out what it was. So anyway, everyone stood round this guy. Meanwhile, we're filming. Lucas, oh my God. Lucas basically moves everyone out of the way. We're filming, by the way. Goes up to the person with his hood up, like the Grim Reaper. There's like a shadow over everybody as Lucas is like 6'5", yeah? So he's walking and hovering over this guy like he's about to kill him, yeah? Because I swear you had your hood up as well. No, you didn't even have a hood, but...
No, but it adds to the story.
Yeah, let's just say he had a hood on and a fucking axe in his hand as well.
Felt like I had a
Let's
hood
just say he had an axe in his hand as well because that's the way he was moving.
Right.
looked
His
over
man's
him.
moving like the media right now. He had a hood up. This hooded youth was.
Bearing in mind, me and Manny are like, what is he doing? What is he doing?
Was it like slow motion?
We couldn't, like, it was like, yeah, it was worse than slow motion. You've put your hand round him.
Nah.
And I don't even know what you said because I stood that far back. Anyway, the guy turns round.
Wait, don't say. Wait. Don't say the name.
Probably.
Because I wanted to explain what I did.
Okay.
So have you finished?
Yeah, but bearing in mind, me and Manny literally was looking for a place that we could get our shovels out and dig a hole and climb into the hole and then fill it up because it was probably the most.
Okay.
Hold on. You know what killed me though? This man don't turn around talking about Lucas. He don't turn around.
Yeah. Whilst everyone's staring at Lucas, and the person he's gone up to is staring at him, bearing in mind, it's mad awkward. Probably the most awkward situation I've had in 2018.
I don't like awkward. I don't mind awkward situations.
He's going to Manny.
Even I felt awkward.
But you're going to Manny. Yo, brother, get this on camera.
No,
I say,
no.
Yo,
All right.
you're moving
Tapped out.
nuts.
Okay. So what happened was, I'm walking. I'll keep it real smooth, real simple. I'm walking behind the pack. Then I was like, I'm walking, and then this guy's like writing on the wall. So I'm like, oh, this might look dope for us to write on the wall for the video. Like we can chop it up. So it felt weird, and I felt like everybody was looking.
Everyone was looking. It's not you felt. Everyone was looking.
So I walk over to this guy writing on the wall. I thought maybe they're looking where the pen.
Come on, let's get to
Maybe
it.
they're looking where the pens are and all that. So I'm like, all right. So I'm walking up to this guy to ask him where the pens are. So I walk up. I put my arm around the brother. I'm like, I turn and I go, yo, can anyone? I said, yo, can anyone write on this wall? And then I looked in the man's face and I went.
And you was about this close anyway.
I was mad close.
Even if it was a
I don't
random
understand.
civilian,
I don't even
it was
understand.
weird in itself.
I don't understand.
Even if it was a random guy, it looks mad.
I went, wow, Most Def. It was Most Def staring in my face. And then he was like, bruv.
Most def looked like he wanted to like punch you in your face.
Okay, wait there. There's a few things. He was like, what? And I said, oh, shit. And then I was like, and then I tried to play it cool because I felt mad awkward. And I was like, yeah, man, it. Like, no one was with me. I'm on my, I don't know.
Bearing in mind, me and Manny are like 10 meters gone.
I'm like, Manny Mocha at mannymocha.com. Now, bruv, I was just, and then Manny's looking at me like, what you doing? And bruv, it was a mad awkward moment. For me though, I didn't see Mos Def and go, oh, Mos Def, and get gassed. I thought I wanted to write on the wall, and it just so happened to be Mos Def right on the wall.
I have to apologize.
You know what killed me though? Because I seen him the day before, right? I saw him the day before. He saw that I was filming him. He gave me a little nod. I gave him a nod. I continued doing my thing. I left him alone. I was at a distance.
Yeah.
Now he done see me with your crazy.
It's all over.
Today.
Fuck it, I have to listen. If Most Def is watching, just in case, I have to apologize on your behalf because it looked mad.
It did look mad. It
Looked mad.
Oh, funny
But
moment.
Where was
the
But did you
security?
peep what I said?
No, there was no security. It's
did
not
you
like
no, but he really didn't want his picture taken that weekend. I came to find out as well. Yeah, but that let alone grips him up by his neck and go, come here, Bretchen.
it's the worst thing I've ever
Listen,
seen.
do you hear what I said when I looked him in the face? Wow, Mos Def.
Mad.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
We get it.
Posty,
Yeah. You see what I did there?
Hey, she's sharp.
Yeah,
She's sharp.
yeah.
She's
Thanks,
sharp.
yeah.
She's sharp. She's sharp.
Are we going to discuss that? Because we did miss that from the week before. Or
We can do. We can
quick
get
brush
into it.
over. Was Posty hating?
100%. 1,000,000%.
Was Posty hating?
His vibe come across like he was.
Don't you think it felt
hating.
like his true colours came out?
Um,
Because have you noticed? I was going to say a few weeks ago, and there's loads of things that I'm always going to say, and then end up not saying them. Like even, I was going to talk about Tyrese the other day, and then that whole R&B talk came out. But Posty's done a good deal behind the scenes with GRM, and he's gone clear. He's got the bag. He's gone clear.
Done his thing.
Have you noticed on Not for the Radio, his attitude's really changed, and he feels more He's very comfortable and confident, which is great. But now sometimes I feel like he's like, yo, I'm the big deal here.
I think he's been like that for a while, though. Since he's had his platform, he's always had this sense of kind of like a little bit he's the boss. And I think that's how he comes across to a lot of people. Maybe it's not coming from a negative place, but that's how he comes across to everyone. And his demeanor is very, like you said, he's sipping on the haterade, really and truly.
I feel like he's gone from being charming to a bit... Because he was quite charming and funny and...
Do you know what? Like, from my perspective, I think when you're looking at it from outside the box, it's easy to just say, boom, he's hating. Yeah. But I've come across a lot of people, and I would say that you even come in that box as well, where people
you come in the box.
Pause. People can be misinterpreted. So I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt. However, that interview just looked crazy, like ridiculous. Like it was negative.com. Whether I think it was intentional, I'm not too sure. Because what I struggle to understand is if you're successful to a degree, no matter how successful or unsuccessful a next man is standing next to you, how can you not feel comfortable within yourself?
Bro, if you pull up in the Bentley and you see my man in the Rolls, his Rolls is a little step up, but you're in a Bentley.
Yeah.
You just go,
I see you.
Yeah.
I see it. That's nice. And
I'm
doing my thing.
And that's facts.
Do you think he's trying to bring an academic Charlemagne style kind of interviewing to the UK, where he's kind of trying to be that little?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
you don't think he's trying to do that?
I don't. I think his ego's tipping over the glass a little bit, and I feel like, but because he's done a lot.
Yeah.
He's done a lot for the scene.
In all fairness to him, even the video that he'd made after to say, yo, I wasn't hating X, Y, and Z, sounded like he was hating.
100%.
That gave me
1,000,000%.
I feel like his brethren said, yo, you got to make this video.
That's why it gave me the reason to think, okay, if he thinks this video is clearing it up, because I'm an energy man, I can see it. Let me just give him the benefit of the doubt, because he thinks he's coming across sincere when I think he's doing the complete opposite.
Do you know who I really love? I love Fizz, man. I love Fizz. I wish I knew more about him, because he's a staple in our culture, and I don't even know what he does completely.
I hear ya.
Remember Channel U days, Ace and Fizz?
I never used to watch that, to be fair to you.
Wow.
That's not even.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, he's been about. I know he's a staple, as I said. But doing podcasting, I'm sure you're the same. You know, when you're in the room and it feels different to when you watch it on screen.
100%.
I know now from watching that would have been, because Viz was getting mad awkward.
Because it's mad, because we've had moments on this podcast where we're like, yo, it feels a little bit awkward. But when we watch it back,
and it's usually from me.
No, it's not usually. It is.
100%.
So that takes me, I just want to go one other place.
Let's go.
From one radio interviewer, as we could probably class Posty as, to Ebro.
Oh, are you talking about the Kodak?
Ebro is a dickhead. Old dickhead.
Do you think?
Ebro's a dickhead. He's being a dickhead, and he's a dickhead.
That's strong words.
Did you see Kodak Black apparently get kicked off Hot 97? Hot 97. Who have you not got time for?
Manny's just
got lyrics.
Hey, Manny, did you pick up my thing from Soul?
Okay,
cool. Man's just gonna have to wave it in the air and that.
So, okay, I don't know. Do you know? What happened? Tell us.
So he brought up the alleged charges against Kodak Black in the interview, and obviously you can't really speak on potential cases or allegations. So he was annoyed at the situation that.
Who was annoyed?
Kodak Black.
Okay.
But then Ebro went on to say, he was like, you sound kind of upset that I brought it up. And he was like, well, if we're going to talk about this, I can leave. And then Ebro was like, you know what, then leave.
Is that how you interpret it? Do you know what?
Can you imagine?
Do you know what the maddest thing is?
That's facts. He's working with Fizz.
Wait,
I can tell you that.
listen,
It's
that
mad
was the interview that told all.
Do you know what?
That
It was mad that
complete
Manny.
obvious.
It's mad that you say that, because I'm not too sure if you're aware of the statement that he'd received from the police talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of evidence surrounding Ebro that could suggest that he's working with the feds.
Nah, that
regardless,
sounds about right. Sounds about right.
In this culture, you should know, even with
Manny,
out in this culture.
Manny knows because he's on the email chain. He was like,
No, but whether you're in or, you know what, even just in life, cool. Remember, there's two sides to a coin. So there's a man that's interviewing and there's a man that's being interviewed. But at the same time, there's
Ebro's a dickhead.
common courtesy and there's a way to go on.
Do you want me to give you the points, though? Do you want me to give you the points?
Go ahead.
Ebro is his senior. Ebro talks about black empowerment. Ebro would be the first one to jump on the radio and say, why are we accusing young black men of things like of this nature and tarnishing them all with the same brush and giving them a reputation before they're even accused, guilty before proven innocent or whatever the case is. Also, there was an underlying tone through the whole interview of Ebro poking at him or being cold with him. Also, Ebro pretending he doesn't know who anybody is. You know who everybody is when they turn up. Also, you're on Hot 97, you're killing the station. He's fully killing the station. He's an old dickhead.
Yeah, I think he's killing the station. And you know what? Even his Instagram name is Old Man Ebro. And I think it's time...
Joey Badass said it best. Joey Badass came on there, he challenged him, and he said, you need to move aside.
Yeah.
You need to move aside. Keep doing something
even
else.
The way he speaks, it's not often that I listen to them, but even when he speaks, he sounds very misinformed. And even when he is informed, he's not seeing the angles that the youth are seeing. He wants
the young kids to come spit on the old beats.
Let's just be for real about this. He's not sway.
Yeah.
He's not sway. He's
No.
trying to be sway, but
No, I don't think he is.
Never.
Because if you...
I'm talking about in terms of longevity.
Okay, yeah. But you got to remember, Ebro put himself on the radio. Ebro isn't a radio talent. He was the programming director at Hot 97 and then said, I'm going to step in and do it.
Yeah.
He's not a talent.
He's another one that carries a certain energy where it's like a sense of entitlement.
I think he's a dickhead. From that alone, I thought, working with the feds and you're a dickhead. Don't get the young man up here who's popping right now, who's 20 years old.
But in all fairness...
20 years old, my man. He's 21 years old.
The radio station that they're quote-unquote fighting against, Breakfast Club, they're not particularly young, but they conduct their interviews different. And they made Kodak feel comfortable, made a bit of a banter out of it, and all were balaclavas.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Now, that's why
and still, they still ask the questions, but they pieced it together. And do you know what? When a man says, yo, why are you asking me this? Because that's very delicate and very sensitive. If it was like, yo, what girl you been with, like this,
because he could say something that could be used in court, and then 100%. He's going down.
The thing was, it wasn't even an open-ended question. It literally was a statement. So there was no question to be answered. It was literally a statement. How are you going to make a statement on the radio, not give a man like an opportunity or a way to even answer a question that kind of clears everything?
And on top of that as well, like, no disrespect to him, but Kodak is not the most articulate. So it's better he doesn't say anything and doesn't get into it, because maybe what he's trying to voice won't come out how you want.
And if you've got someone who, he looks like he's fresh out the street, fresh out of jail, which is what he is. When he stands up and he goes, well, I'm going to leave then. And then he goes, yeah, fucking leave then, leave. And as he's walking out,
he's saying, you're not doing that on my station.
My station. He kept on repeating my station.
I think that was very mature of Kodak to say, you know what, I'm out of here. Because he didn't spaz out. He just said, look, I ain't got time for this.
How unclassy was Ebro? He made Ebro look like an idiot.
It was awkward to watch. Put it that way.
So that's it. What we're saying, then this is the last episode of the year that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, it's a big episode because obviously last one of the year.
So
we made it.
Wrapping up for the Christmas.
We made it. It's been a eventful year for me. What about you guys?
Been very eventful for me personally. Very eventful.
Yes.
For me, it's been it's been like a foundation building year for me.
Yeah,
a lot of things have happened that like signify or set foundations for the future. Yeah, like, so it's like, okay, cool. You know what? Let me make my mark, and because this is for the long term. Do you understand? Even down to starting the podcast with you or rebranding it and making it become visual, getting engaged, certain things within the corporate world, it's more longevity. And yeah, I think I've just been trying to move with a different mindset. And also small things like me cutting out red meat this year and being able to say, you know what, for a whole year I haven't touched red meat. For whatever reason that is, because I'm never going to say to an ex-man, oh, you shouldn't eat red meat and blah, blah. I'm not one of those, you know, bashers
Have you had any mishaps this year?
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
I mean, everyone has. Everyone has.
Yeah, I think.
What do you mean exactly by mishaps?
I think it's gone off his Instagram now. It's fine.
Oh,
How's your
No, it's
tell us about your whole year in a couple
whole
sentences.
year. Graduated.
Okay,
So,
congratulations.
Congrats.
Graduated and stepping into the real world, and just kind of pursuing dreams. So, as cliche that might sound, but really going for what you want to do.
New year, new you.
Try not to do that. I'm really trying not to do
I was thinking, I hope you don't say that.
That was a test.
Nah.
You about to get bantered for
I
the
swear.
5 minutes.
It's 2019, your year.
No, but seriously, for all
love,
real,
laugh,
it's my
live.
year though.
No, I hear that.
It's
You got to
my
wear
year.
that.
Wow.
You got to just wear it loud, wear it proud.
Yeah.
More money, more prosperous. Pardon? 22.
How old are you, Shawty?
How old are you, Charlie? How old are you, Charlie?
Hella something.
22. So are you living here or are you on holiday?
No, I'm on holiday. My mum lives here. I used to live
Okay,
here
cool.
about 5 years ago. Yeah, for a little bit. So it's back.
Cool. And how, hold on, just podcast talk for all the people
Yeah.
that have podcasts or watch podcasts.
Yeah.
How you finding that? 'Cause
It's
is
mad.
it relatively new or you've been doing it for a little while?
literally
Podcasting?
been,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
been 3 months, and people don't understand the work that goes into something behind the scenes.
Yeah, Myers don't understand either.
No, it's crazy. It looks so simple. He's giving some
He says,
Where's the
he
shade?
said, listen, we're not even going to get into it.
Oh, there's mad shade.
No, let him fly. This is normal stuff for him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, sometimes a wise man doesn't say anything at all.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's funny you say that. Like,
No.
you know, the behind the scenes thing, there's a lot of
100%.
effort that goes into it. So it's nice talking to somebody that has their own
Yeah.
or appreciates the effort.
But
that goes
seeing
into
you
it.
guys has been incredible because I've seen it from, I think, literally from the second episode when you
Okay.
were posting it on the socials, and it's crazy. Even just seeing you guys at Soul Dubai,
Yeah.
just the progress.
We were,
No,
we,
we
were,
appreciate that.
we were talking today about, because this podcast was started before
Yeah.
when me and Myers met. We said we wanted to take it to a next level,
Yeah.
and we've like stripped it down, kept the framework, but,
Yeah.
but like
Absolutely.
rebuilt. And like even this year, like some people will laugh. I did a podcast. It came to a point where just to keep it going, I had 1 week where no one would come on or no one would and I did the podcast on my own. I did an hour podcast just with the microphone and
Just
me.
talking.
Like, so from that to now, like we've
No, but
you went
imagine-
through our bullet points of what we've done this year. You
Yeah.
was going on like we was Drake and that, like, you know.
No, do you know what it is,
No,
yeah?
sometimes you gotta fit yourself.
No, you know,
I think-
Future sent Drake's list of all his accomplishments of the year. Myers was sending me today all our
No,
accomplishments.
because
That's
you know what it is.
That's lit.
Whether you do podcasting or not, or whether you're in a job, or whether you're, pursuing your dreams, sometimes you got to look back at the end of the year and say, look, what have I achieved? Because we're
1,000,000%.
quite hard on each other. Like
Very
behind the
hard
scenes,
on each other.
we near enough beef each other. Like
we
There's tension.
Manny can tell you.
I can imagine the
So-
tension that goes on.
Nice,
and
man.
it's
Yeah.
not, it's only elevated how we've been in terms of the progression, but there's times where you got to sit back, take a deep breath and say, you know what?
when you sent
We've
me
made
that,
some
when you
progress.
sent me that message through today, I thought to myself, you said that everybody you meet you like until they prove otherwise, and
interesting.
everyone I meet I don't like until they prove themselves otherwise. So I'm never hurt by anybody, but Myers is never I don't know by anyone.
Might as well.
But there's two
You're
ways.
starting to sound smart there.
There's two ways until I fucked up the end. Shit. There's two ways of looking at your year. You looked at all the accomplishments that we achieved, and I looked at, and this is maybe something I need to work on, or maybe this is just how I'm wired and how I'm driven.
Yeah, we've spoken about this.
I looked at all the things that
You
we didn't accomplish this year, and all the things that we should have executed on.
It's
Or
interesting.
us.
Yeah.
In the podcast, I've done it for everything else as well.
Okay.
But is that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, D. We got a late comer. Come in, nice and smooth.
Deep. People are just rolling up. Yo, true, it's the end of the year, so we're just having a get together A few people are coming through. A few people in the studio. There's some drinks there. Yo, there's Henny there. Take it. Oh, right, we can't even really say that. But there's some beverages there that you can
until the sponsor comes.
Enjoy yourself
He
with.
said it to the spot.
But yeah, so it's a bit of a wrap up year.
Do you know what I was just thinking when you guys were saying, you guys working as a team, and I'm assuming Manny is probably like the liaison between, the middle ground sometimes, but you complement each other in that sense. So where you're looking at what we did do and you're looking at what we didn't do, I guess together you can just push and elevate each other to become the best.
This is exactly what we do in general. Me and Meyers, when we are aligned and we're heading in the right direction,
Jump on, bro.
we're a driving force, but then we also, when we're both thinking different things, it all goes mad.
But it's also nice that I like the fact that we have what's going on, brother? Yo, Devon in the building.
Devon,
Big D.
Devon Kosoko, aka Devon Kosoko.
You can never say my name on the mic.
I'm on the mic like, yo, myself, Lucasdirty in the building. Devon Kosoko.
Yeah, Devon. What can I call it, Devon? That's it. That leaves it there.
What you saying, bro? You good?
So I jumped in the middle. What was the talking point?
We're just talking about, like, obviously it's the end of the year, so it's a bit of a special episode in the sense where we've invited some friends. What did they say?
And you.
What did they say? Friends of the show. Friends of the show.
Wow.
And we're just talking about, perspectives, because I sent a message to him to say, look what we've accomplished.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to go, but look what we've accomplished. He said he sees things that, look what we haven't accomplished, though. So it's a balance.
It's a tough cookie, because even though when you've had a great week, I got the pleasure of working with him this year, and even when we had a great week where we've achieved what I would consider, in my personal opinion, a lot.
Yeah, I agree as well.
He's still got when the downward frown still there, when somebody says, oh yeah, look how we did it, and he's got the downward frown like, look what we didn't do. Do you know what I mean? Like Virgil.
Facts.
Virgil's out there. Do you know what I mean? He's the kind of person, if he was playing sports, he'd be like, it's me and Jordan, and that's the kind of effort he puts in. So I get the fact that it's good to reflect.
But you can slag me off a bit as well. Don't just give it all the happiness, bro.
That's not the happiness. That's just your perspective. It's a hard work. It's from a hard working perspective.
Yeah. Keeps everyone on their square.
Yeah.
So obviously, like we said, it's the end of the year. Christmas is around the corner. You travel.
You're not on next Christmas list.
Yeah, I know. You traveling home for Christmas, or you staying here?
I am home, man. Dubai's
This
my
is home, yeah? What about yourself?
I've got work.
You got to work.
Yeah.
What about you, Manny? You chilling? No,
I've cancelled Christmas. I thought, do you know what? Like back in the day when I was in the UK, I used to be like, Christmas is here again, man. It's long. And I'm like, I'd love to just skip this one or just do it every other year because it gets too much. So I thought, you know what? What's the date? I thought, give it till I'm Muslim. I'm giving it a couple of weeks I'm dedicating a couple of weeks to Islam. And then when it comes to the first, I'm back to being Christian again.
Hey, listen,
So I'm just skipping it.
I need some advice, to be fair, because I haven't bought no gifts. I'm traveling home. The reason why I travel home majority of the time is because obviously I've got a nephew, and it's nice to see him grow up and whatever else and give him gifts. I personally think giving is better than receiving. Pause. So what can I buy? What can I buy my girlfriend or fiance, and what can I buy my mum? Like, what's a go-to gift?
Love and attention.
Oh, bro, you can't
That's
You know what that is?
Don't do that.
That's called someone that's cheap.
No, listen, and time.
Nah, it's dead.
Listen, she's had all of that.
Time,
man.
as in the rollie.
Yeah, it's dead.
Like, what's a go-to gift?
For your moms, do like a spa day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Get a massage or something.
The only thing is,
Still.
Manny's a
I
basic
don't like.
bitch.
I don't necessarily like giving gifts where there's not an object that you you unwrap it and it's just like an envelope. It's
What about
not
the thought?
something that you can.
What about the thought?
No, I hear you,
That's
and
what
you know
makes
what?
it-
That's a big
makes a
shout.
gift.
Well, the mic's aren't as good as how you set them up. You got to become a
Oh,
bit
yeah,
closer.
okay,
Sorry, bro.
yeah. So I think it's all about what kind of time did you put into the thought? So when your mum opens this gift and realizes, he remembered ABC, or he did.
Sometimes my mum's like, oh, God, he remembered it was my birthday.
No, well, you're bad. You must be bad then.
Well, it lost me. No, but like that, I feel like that's the best gift. If somebody comes over to me, I remember I needed a pair of shoelaces for my Air Force Ones because I got them dirty. And then somebody, even just out of the blue,
Nah, bro, that's dead. Do you know what I did? Do you know what I gave to my mum one year at Easter? I gave her a card. I put, you know, them little Cadbury's cream eggs in there.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought she was going to kill me. She didn't speak to me for a minute.
Why?
She was so
Because it's like,
disappointed.
Liberties, you're taking the piss out of, man. Like, are you just going to, like, she'd rather just a card. Like, she thought I was taking the piss, which...
It's mad how, like, every year, I know what I'm getting, though. It's just going to be, like,
Socks.
boxes and socks. Like, standard stuff.
Would you, Nada, if you got a present
Yeah.
and it was dead,
I'd ask for a receipt.
Would
I
you-
think I would. Depending how close I am with that person, I'd be like, do you know what? I really, really appreciate the thought and thank you so much for going out your time. However, I feel like this can just go to better use. So why don't you just give me the receipt? We're both happy.
Do you know what? I appreciate that because there's been times where I bought my fiance a gift for her birthday. So it's some nice pair of shoes. And she's like,
To you, maybe not to
Yeah,
her.
no, do you know what it is?
She ain't like,
She said to
"Oh,
me,
shoes."
No, you know what it is?
Shoes are big.
Shoes
Nah, you've
is-
got to-
is-
Shoes are
shoes are
buffer,
like
shoes
shoes or
cheap.
bags is
Yeah.
safety. Like
No
that's,
way.
That goes without
Facts,
saying.
facts, yeah, yeah.
You're buying a girl shoes or a bag. 9 times out of 10, you're
If
good.
you're given a receipt with it, then yeah.
So she liked the shoes.
But she switched it.
But yeah, she did. But you know what it is?
She didn't like it.
That's big fact. But the reason why, well, I don't know whether this
The
is
reason
true
you
or
like-
not. I don't even know if this is true or not. She might be trying to cover it up.
Yeah,
But the
she
reason
gassed you
why is because she said, you know what, these look nice, but if I wear these once, then it's not something that you can wear with everything. Where she wanted something like more like a black
She
or
wanted
a
something that
nude.
she could just wear.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's exactly
You know what?
how.
The
Listen,
gift
that's
was
what it
probably
was.
whack and she wanted to change it. So,
Hey.
but yeah, I'd appreciate that though. Then, oh yeah. And then they're just there and she's never worn them before and I've spent money on them and she don't like them. I'd rather you just tell me.
I remember I was with a girl that I bought shoes and she was angry.
Who are you dating?
She was, like,
Jesus.
she was angry that I bought her shoes. Like, she didn't think there was any thought in it. She just thought I'd gone to the most expensive place. I picked these shoes, give it, which is exactly what I did, and then give her the shoes. And
All right,
she
balling
was,
out.
Yeah,
No, she was
Sorry.
angry.
All right, boiling.
Trust me.
No, because she was angry because there was no thought in the gift. It was just, it seemed like throwing her money. Do you know what I mean?
This is what I do, right? Like for my moms, my sisters, and stuff like that, and my wife, I always give them like experience.
Voice is silky.
You know what I'm
it's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Voice is voice.
I'm going to turn his mic down.
saying? So like my mom's, right? I would like give her something for a spa or something like that, right? For my sisters, I might do the same thing. For my wife, I might be like, yo, let's have like a staycation or something like that. You know what I mean?
So you can benefit off it too.
Yeah.
Selfish presence. Selfish
You know what?
Do you know what
presence.
Manny could get anyone for like their birthday, Christmas or whatever and they'd just melt?
Yeah.
You know one of them cards where you
Audiobook.
open the card. Yeah, when you open
Happy
the card,
birthday
he goes,
to you.
Happy birthday, baby. And,
You know I appreciate
Yo,
you and
you
everything.
can sell them cards out. You
No,
should sell
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. All right, look. Okay, if we're talking about gifts, because you're a married man, you know, I'm engaged.
I'm single, ready to mingle.
You're single, ready to mingle. What's your...
I'm single, ready to ruin lives. Just don't come near me.
What
What's
the
your-
heck?
what's
I'm just chilling.
You're just
I'm
out here.
chilling.
Right, okay, so proposing to the missus, yeah? You're giving her a gift, a ring. If she doesn't like it, would you like her to tell you?
Oh yeah, that's mad.
You have to.
What's the point of keeping something that she don't like?
Oh,
Yeah,
are you
facts.
wearing a wedding? Have you got? Are you wearing a wedding ring? Oh shit! Are you gonna wear a wedding ring
What do you mean, am I going to wear? When
when
I'm
you get married? Are you gonna wear a wedding ring?
Of course.
Are you gonna wear a wedding ring?
Why are you moving?
Are you gonna wear? Oh, you're female.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy that. I'm not wearing a wedding ring, you know.
What are you gonna do?
Why?
I don't want to wear a wedding ring.
But
How are
why?
you
I
gonna
just
let
don't
these?
like it.
How are you gonna let everyone else know that you're?
It's none of their business. I'm not wearing a wedding ring.
But what about if the wedding ring itself was a fashion statement? It was a nice piece.
I don't like wedding rings.
Wedding rings or just rings in general?
I think just I'm not wearing a wedding ring.
Do you know what? I don't wear much jewelry,
That's what I'm
but
saying.
there are some things that complement you. You'll be able to find the right ring for you.
Yeah.
Easy. There's so many different designs and stuff like that. And that's facts.
not
But
sure,
whilst
you
we're
know.
on weddings, did you see that Indian wedding where Beyonce had performed?
Yes, I saw that actually.
Basically, there was some, I think it was like
I think
some
he's tailoring
Indian,
the topics for you because you're like, oh my god, yeah, it was amazing, and we're all like, what the fuck
Yeah,
are you
there was
talking about
I
this?
think there was a Indian billionaire's daughter's wedding, and they had Beyonce at the wedding, right,
Yeah.
performing. I think she charged like $2 million to perform, yeah? And I'm not even too sure it was that long, like 25 minutes.
That's fair.
But I think in like, yeah, for like in Indian culture, obviously weddings are massive. To be fair, in most cultures, weddings are massive.
Yeah.
So they try to show out and whatever else. Had me thinking, 'cause this is a awkward conversation that I'm
Do you
not
have a
really
budget
looking
for
forward
the
You
to.
trying to get
wedding?
Dame Bowers for your
How
wedding?
much
Yeah.
Aaron
should
Sol.
you spend on a wedding?
Do you in your mind have a budget?
What's
Bruv,
that?
I'm
Do you
not-
have a budget in your mind?
I have a roundabout figure,
Okay.
but if I
Is it the
exceed,
same as the Chinese?
listen, if I exceed this figure, I am going to be fuming. Because let me tell you something. I've been to a fair few amount of weddings in the last 2 years. And what I was trying to explain to the missus is, it's all well it being glamorous, you having, the best wedding cake. I think with regards to dresses and suits, you got to be on point. You got to feel comfortable, blah, blah, blah. But one thing money can't buy is vibe. And
That's why you have to get the sickest DJs.
the
in.
most,
Yeah.
that is big facts. Because
Facts.
the most expensive wedding I've been to that
was dead.
was horrendous. Not,
Bro, I've
not
DJ'd,
horrendous, but the vibe was just
I've DJ'd
dead.
I've DJ'd at over 100 weddings.
okay.
Bad.
So I've seen from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's all about vibes. And
Sometimes them hood weddings be lit.
can we take advantage?
They be lit.
Can we take
Better believe
advantage of
it.
having a female on the ceremony? I've got a question to do with the year.
Okay.
Don't ask me. I was going to try and... That's why he's lining up,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Devon.
Yeah,
That's
Devon.
why he's lining up.
Yeah, Devon.
That's why he was trying to line up.
Go on.
Right, we're very. Was when you're an ignorant guy?
Men are trash kind of vibe. Or
Yeah, I
just
think
ignorant.
we might come across like that at times,
Okay.
or I might. I don't know. I'll speak on behalf of myself. There's
No,
one
no.
question that I wanted to ask you,
Go ahead.
and I was thinking about it. And Kleenex earlier this year
Yeah.
changed the
Okay.
title of their man-sized tissues.
Yeah.
They had to rename it
Mm-hmm.
because they can't have man-sized tissues. Now this year, with the Me Too movement and woman equality and,
Yeah.
and bringing women up to speed, if you will.
Yeah.
Manny, you got to bounce in a minute.
No.
Oh, I thought you did something. Was you Millie rocking?
No, he's just.
Yo, we're good.
Okay,
We're good.
okay. I thought he was Millie rocking.
Millie Rocks on any block.
What have women taken it too far? Is this all? Is this? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Is this all too far? Is it too much right now?
I think just as a generation, we've become so.
And you're speaking on the whole of women now, so it's
That's
all
mad.
on you.
I have a really different perspective though to quite a lot of.
But he's probably
Strong feminist.
not. Okay, tell us.
I personally
Strong feminist.
because I don't think there's anything wrong with being a feminist. Of course, like we should all be feminist. It's a
even
simple
men?
term. Yeah, of course. Feminism is feminism
Yeah, I
is
need
like.
to hear this.
But for me, it's like men and women are different. We were born different, and I think men and women each
a
have their own
fact.
roles. So women have their own roles and men have their own roles, and I think.
Hold on. I need to.
No, don't. But she's gonna
Don't
go.
stop her in her
She's gonna-
track.
She's gonna say.
Hold on.
Because I'm
But-
going to cut this and
Nah.
use it to my advantage.
Because the thing is, I personally have to be real myself, and I can't pick and choose. Do I want a man to open a door for me? Hell yeah. Do I want certain things to be just like courted? Of course. So then I can't turn around and be like, oh, but I need to cook now. Da, da, da. It's not even just. I think it's a partnership. So you should work within your partnership, and depending on your timing, your hours, there's a whole kind of mixture that goes into it, right? So with the whole Me Too movement, I think strong feminists are taking it. You know what?
Well,
I always tell myself.
There's a reason. There's a
Oh,
reason.
Let her fly.
There's a reason behind the Me Too movement,
Of
which is a bit
course.
like. So
Yeah.
let's keep that aside and let's just talk about
It's
this.
true. Men will never understand really and truly what women go through the same way. White people never understand what black people. It's just we just have different experiences. Saying that,
Here we go, Manny. This is why you shouldn't have clapped. Go on.
no, saying that.
Fuck these niggas.
Do you know what it is? Men are trash all the time. Men are
Hold on,
trash.
wait a minute.
Do you want me to tell you? I can define women like
I don't think. And see, it's a statement like that.
No.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
I can.
But statements like
the
that.
The best statement you'll ever hear is from me right now.
And it's another statement like that makes me question. Like,
Okay, you ready?
men are just letting
Women
goes.
know exactly what they want, but have got absolutely no idea what they want. If you understand that, you understand women. Am I right?
I get what you're trying to say.
No,
but
I
I think a
didn't
lot.
try and say it,
No,
I said
I get.
it.
I think a lot of women would rebuttal that statement and say, "Of course, I know what I want, and I'm trying to get what I want."
Exactly.
So
What is it that women want? Because right now it seems like women just want everything.
let them have. Can we not have everything?
Hold on.
Men can't have
Just
Oh, she,
I'm joking.
Miles, you're gonna have to be on
I'm
the
in-
girl's side because she's gonna get ganged up on.
No, I'm messing.
hold on. I just want to reflect back to what you said before with roles. You know,
Okay.
people or both women and men have roles.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, it's not fact, when you say that people have to fit into predefined roles, I feel like that's why the rise of feminism has come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because there's some roles that you might suggest in your opinion that are for women and men,
Yeah.
Okay.
and somebody
That's true.
else might suggest in their opinion are for...
Bro, we got some intelligent people on the
No,
podcast.
no, I mean,
we
so-
did
so-
it, bro. We made it.
No, so listen, in my opinion, I'm an old school type of man.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a woman with a certain role
Alright.
where I am the man that wears the trousers and I bring home the money
Mm-hmm.
and then you're going to look after the children. Now, some women might revolt against that, saying that's
Mm-hmm.
not the role I want to fit in. But that's up to us as people to... I'm going to
So
find
that's
myself-
preference.
a preference. So
Yeah.
I'm going to find a woman that fits into my role of what a woman should be,
A million
and she'll
percent.
fit into I'll fit into her role of what a man should be. Now, if I
Yeah.
was with a feminist, not a feminist, but if I was with a more stronger woman who was like, I'm going to bring home the bread.
No, don't say more strong.
Stronger, yeah.
Because
You
it's
have to
not
be
that,
careful
it's a-
here.
No,
it's
it's,
a
just a different
different
preference.
Yeah,
of-
different
A
preference.
different preference of what the different. Yeah, you're right. A different role. She wants to be in a different role, and she sees herself in a different role.
Yeah, which is
Then-
fair.
Which is
is
fair,
100%
and I don't
fair.
have a problem with
Yeah.
that. But I just know that as a male, I'm not going to link with her.
Do you know what you said?
Yeah.
I actually think that the majority of women think that.
100%.
I think it's just
I
because there's
100%.
5 celebrity women or 10
Not-
celebrity women say a certain thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the stabbings in London.
Yeah.
The majority of the stabbings, I think it's like 0.1% is black people. Carla broke down the figures a few
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
weeks ago, a few months ago.
When you look at the
It's
UK
not
as
black
a whole,
people that are stabbing everybody.
Yeah.
It's everybody but black people. But because they put a few figures there, it makes it look like. And I think that's what's happened this year.
yeah, I think it goes back to Manny what was saying about wanting everything, and I just think as humans, we're naturally a greedy species, and essentially, if men could have everything, men would want everything the same way. You know, let's have
But don't you
couple
think?
of women
Don't
on
you
the side.
think once a woman has everything, quote unquote, she then wants more?
But that's like men too.
So I feel like
that's yeah. That's
Again,
human
that's a
thing.
preference and a personal thing.
And I mean, this is exactly what happens. Listen, I'm a very faith-based individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what happens when you pull God out of the equation. You know what I'm saying? There are
Yeah.
predefined things that there's a way the world's supposed to work, right? Predefined by how God wanted things to work out. Now, we come in and we tell each other, hey, listen, I want to change this up, I want to change that up. Hey, listen, there's facts. There's certain things that women do better than men. There's certain things that men do better than women. Doesn't make anybody better than the other. You know what I'm saying?
It's
That's
facts.
the way it works. People just gotta learn to live with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People just getting too damn greedy nowadays.
It's facts, and
No,
that's and
I agree.
Who's your woman of the year?
oh my goodness, that's mad.
Kardashian, right?
That's a mad question. That's a mad question. I couldn't.
Have you
even-
got a man of the year?
A man of the year? No, I think it's difficult to say a man.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
somebody
Who's
that I
yours?
can mention.
Probably Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Kaepernick, yeah, that's a good
Kaepernick's
shout.
Kaepernick off the top.
That's a good
Akon.
shout.
I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Akon's
been
doing,
doing
big
madnesses.
things.
that's-
I wouldn't be
that's-
surprised if he dies soon if someone kills him because he's doing some crazy things in Africa. Listen,
100%.
Yeah.
he's doing
last
some
guy that tried-
revolutionary
That's a
stuff.
big fucking statement.
That's a crazy statement, I know, but he's
Yeah.
doing some really revolutionary. Yeah.
He's shaking up folks, man. He's shaking up government.
Yeah.
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 And, he's a
crazy.
and he came from being a musician. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Facts. Who would you say?
I've got Virgil.
Please.
No, I'm not talking.
See, we on our
Virgil's a
activist.
coon, you know.
We on our activist shit.
No, but
this
Virgil's
guy's
a
telling me about
coon.
man that
He's a
write
what?
He's a coon.
statements on crepes.
He's not.
Man of the year.
Wait there.
Man of the year.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
Virgil really be cooning out here. What?
Why?
He just. There's just a lot of story. I don't know.
No, come on. You can't call someone a coon and then just.
It's true. I shouldn't have said anything in the first place.
Nah, you gone now.
Yeah, I can't.
You got your own podcast. You know what the deal is. Come on, keep going.
No, I just. I can't.
He's a little bit angry now. You just like pissed him off and then.
I know.
not
It's
said
one of
nothing.
them
Virgil. Hold on. So we got
Those
Akon.
stories.
Yeah.
Listen, you
Akon,
righteous
that's doing
motherfuckers.
bits.
Yeah.
Like,
Is
yeah,
that
okay.
right?
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
I just
You
said
go
Cardi
with
B, low
Virgil.
key.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
And you're not going to back up that statement? Or?
Well, I can, but I
I
made space for
I
the.
know, it's
No,
fine.
listen. Man of the year for me. Yeah, okay. Kaepernick is great. Kaepernick is great.
You know what I mean?
Akon's
He's
great.
alright.
I'm just talking about my interests. I've enjoyed his journey, and it's just finished on something that I'm really interested in. I'm really happy with what he's done. He's become the creative
That's
director at Evian. I'm the Evian Don. Everybody knows I love Evian. So
Everyone.
he's just done so much. His work rate is been inspiring, and his thought process and where he's come from and whatever. I've just been interested this year. I think he's done great. I don't think he's done anything for mankind, but
But he had a hell of a springboard, though.
yeah, absolutely.
He's one hell of a cosign.
Oh,
One
Absolutely,
hell of a
absolutely.
cosign.
But he put himself, as I've mentioned before, people placement. He placed himself in a position to be round Kanye.
That's why I think it's mad.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's mad to say man of the year, because there's so many different aspects and fields, and
yeah.
so to say one man of the year is like virtually impossible. Put it that way.
It depends, like Lucas just said, on your interest. If you're looking at it from an activist point of view, if you're looking at a political
Yeah, exactly.
work ethic,
exactly.
faith point of view, you could say some people are doing great in like religious communities.
What's your views on Nicki Minaj?
What, her as a person?
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, it's a woman.
Because she gets a lot of backlash online. And
I
stuff
She's
like
just-
kind
that.
of trash, isn't she? She's really took
In the most
superstar
kindest way,
out
yeah.
of herself.
Yeah, 100%. I think as a woman who did so well for herself, selling albums and making the music that she made, she really tarnished her image with the consistent kind of back and forth. And it's not. It's funny how women like. We say we should come together and all of
You
that, but
hate
we find
each other.
Yeah.
You hate
Yeah,
each other.
it's true.
Women
It's mad.
tear.
And-
we love women, and all women ever do is tear each other down.
I don't think you can tarnish everyone with the same
No,
brush.
but you know what it is? Just look at a club.
No,
just look
that's-
at a club. Have you ever been just on a night out in a club? And I don't know if you guys ever see it, maybe your females will make you like privy to what's going on around you, but just women staring at women
Like your
in the
females.
club.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
that's
mean?
facts.
And just hating looks and depending on
Yeah,
who
sometimes
you're
my
with
bitches
and-
be telling me what's going on.
No, do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
No, I hear that.
But it's even something as small as that to just then enlarge it, or somehow a woman's finally like, or just
Talking about women in
nice.
clubs, yeah.
Oh, the
See,
club
you
seems
see,
crazy.
you see men, obviously, if we like a woman, we will go up, talk to them, try and sweep them off
Split.
their feet,
You
take their
will,
number,
you will.
whatever. Well, however...
You don't approach women.
Everyone
Ma-
has their own
majority-
style.
Everyone has their own
Do
style.
you approach women,
Oh,
or do you
I
get
do.
approached?
Everyone has their own style,
don't
but
get approached.
generically,
No one approaches
a man
me.
will approach a woman. Now, if a woman likes a man that
I
they
have
see,
this conversation all the time.
how do they get their attention? Because
Follow
it
them
might put
round
me off
forever.
if a woman comes marching up to me and says,
Yo, I like you. I like
You're
you.
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Who's talking like that?
That's the whole thing
I'll
we
be
felt
like-
about Mel B when we mentioned Mel B. She's a bit aggressive.
I'll be like,
Bro, what
it's a
kind
bit of
of
a
a-
turn
I know
off.
you got a gal, yeah, but you're nice, innit?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. How
I've moved
do
to guys
you-
before. Like,
How do you move to a guy?
see, I do it in a way that if I'm rejected, it's all bants, and it's like, oh, do you know what?
Yeah, you're whack.
What do you
You're
mean?
whack.
How am I whack?
Yeah, you.
Like,
I need
I'll
to- I need to
say-
hear how, because
Do you know what it is? I've actually jumped into. Oh, please don't judge me, guys. I know I've only met. some
Oh,
of you,
she
so don't
jumped
judge
into
me.
DMs.
I have jumped into a
Oh,
DM before.
wow.
But I know it's mad, right?
All right, okay.
And this is what I said. I kind of like cops. You know the Will Smith line that he did with Jada Pinkett? I was like, hey, are you seeing anyone? He was like, no.
What, straight off?
Yeah, straight off. And then he was like, no. And I was like, cool, you're seeing me now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
literally.
Sorry, check this out, man.
my guy, yo, man, he comes with the real.
I'm saying, first of all,
I don't think he needs to say anything else after
He
that.
just said, show me. Let me just.
no, for real, though, you too pretty to be approachable.
No, listen, I'll be catching L's like it's the only letter of the alphabet.
Are you married, bro? Yo.
Nah, fuck that. Listen.
No, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Because the dudes that you want to be approaching, they want you to approach them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna work your time. You feel me? The guys who are gonna approach you, those
Right.
I
Listen,
disagree.
one
I
second,
disagree with that
Dad.
statement.
1 second, Dad.
I'd hope.
Listen.
I disagree. Because I feel like
Americans move different to UK guys.
100%, but I feel like depending on a woman or even a person's confidence determines on how they move. So I feel like girls that there's beauty's in the behind or whatever, however it's said.
Views in the behind? What?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, yeah? But what I'm trying to say is I feel like people of a certain look behave in a certain way. And I think you're reinforcing that because you're saying, okay, listen, you're a pretty individual. You don't have to do that. Why? Why not?
No, it's not necessarily just because of that, but it's more. It's kind of like what we was talking about before, right? You gotta let men be men. You feel?
That's
me?
something I've learned,
Like,
actually.
Women shouldn't be taking that responsibility. Be like, oh yeah, let me go talk to the homie like that.
No, but shouldn't you let a woman go and get what she wants at the same time?
Hey, listen, if a woman want to do that, hey man, all power to you.
But the main,
have to.
I think the main part of this story is you shouldn't tell someone, listen, you're not seeing anyone. Well, you fucking seeing me now.
You know what it is, yeah? That's courageous.
bants.
That's courageous. And it's banter.
Do you know what?
And the person
If
might
it was
not
a-
even
if
be
it was a-
confident enough
if
to
it was
speak
a
to her.
dude, if it was a guy that was using that line,
Yeah.
it would be cheesy A, B, C, D. It would be all of this.
No, it's still cheesy.
But if it's a girl, it's acceptable. If I said the same story and it was just me saying it, I said to her, I said that exact same story, you'd be looking at me like, it wouldn't
You
be
ain't
acceptable.
saying it like
Yeah,
that.
but Will Smith did that.
Yeah, but
Will
listen,
Smith
it worked
did.
for him.
He
Will
bagged
Smith is
Jada.
married.
Will Smith and hot girls can get away with that kind of thing.
Will Smith was a normal guy. This is my whole thing with Mos Def. Like, yeah, it was an awkward situation, but everyone's running away like scared. This is a fucking man. I'm a man. He's no better than me.
He puts his
No,
trousers
No, he's
it
a
the
lot
same
better
way.
than me, actually.
I'm not being
but-
funny, but it doesn't matter who it was. It was mad awkward.
No, that was mad awkward. But what I'm saying is, Will Smith, just because you're Will Smith,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't mean that he's still a nobody and a somebody at the same time. We're all nobodies.
No, I feel you.
and we're all somebodies.
No, but one last question because it is where it is. We're time constraints. We were talking about Nicki Minaj, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, it's come out that she's got this new boyfriend that no one knows who it is, yeah? People trying to investigate and find out who it is and blah, 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 rare.
Yeah.
Is
No.
that why I'm here?
Huh?
No.
That
Bro,
way.
you take that back. Can we edit
Is this
that
why
out?
you brought
Hey,
me?
we'll edit
We'll
that out.
edit that out. We'll
I said,
edit
is that
out.
why I'm here, you know?
We'll
but what I was trying to get into is like,
You don't know the
should
story.
you... Are we listening? Should you keep your partner private or should you tell everyone who you're seeing? Because I've been in I know quite a few couples that are very public. It might not have worked out. Then they've had to delete their pictures on Instagram.
I always got the
Like
picture
people
in my
try to
face.
interfere with your relationship when they know who you're seeing, stuff like that. Like, what's your views on being open? Should everyone know?
It depends. It really depends on your relationship and how. I think your intentions have to be good as well. If you're putting pictures on the gram and things for likes or for people to see, then obviously that's coming from just a mal-interpreted area. But one thing I've always said, I've always been skeptical about people who don't want to post people on socials because it can make you feel like, are you trying to hide something? Are you trying to hide me? Or
Yeah, true. Because obviously, if you don't post them on the gram, then
Yeah.
you don't love them really. Like it's.
No.
What was that Drake line? I'm not hiding.
I'm
And
not
then they'll
hiding
hit
you
you with
from
a
the
line
world.
like
I'm
that.
hiding the world from you.
And no,
So
only if you're a social media person. If you're not a social media person, I won't expect anything of it. But if you've
No, that's
been
ridiculous.
known to do
That's
it
ridiculous.
before,
That's ridiculous.
if you've been known to do it before and you've done it maybe with your ex,
But maybe
your
that's
previous-
why the ex didn't work out. So you're just
Nah,
learning from your
because
past
social media don't ruin relationships. It's we that ruin
So
relationships.
you've gone
it's not social media.
You've gone straight to social media. No one said anything about social
what, just like
media.
posting them on?
We're
Well,
just talking about being public.
yeah, you've gone straight
Yeah,
to.
I did go straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being it's calm. if you're secure in your relationship,
I just think
why
it's,
can't other people know?
I just think why do you have to?
You don't have
and
to.
if you do, there are people that are going to try and interfere. I remember when I was taking pictures off of my Instagram, and for whatever reason that may be, and because there was no longer pictures of my girlfriend, who's now my fiance, people started jumping in the DMs. And not even directly saying, yo, where's your girlfriend's pictures? It was like, oh, how... Girls were
What are
saying,
you talking about last week? The
how's
headband?
your girlfriend? Yo, it's like, and girls think they're slick. They'll be like, oh, how's things? Yeah,
Nah,
good,
girls
thank
are
you. They'll
sly,
be like,
man.
oh, how's your girlfriend? But you're not asking, how's my girlfriend? You're asking,
Are you guys still
are
together?
you guys still
Oh,
together?
Of course. You know who I admire relationship-wise? J and B just did it right. They just was like, every interview they were ever speak, they were like, what? They just would not talk about it. That's my style.
That was common knowledge though, because they've been cultivating that for about 15
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, but remember, it's all common knowledge now, but they don't really talk about each other. No, I know, but it's obvious, but that's my style as well. That's what I like about it. Like, that's
But what
my
if
style.
someone approaches you and asks you about it? Are you going to now lie or
It's none of
hide
your business, or
anything?
it's either none of your business. It depends who's approaching me. It depends
Yeah.
their agenda or how they've approached
But
me.
you don't know people's agendas. Like
But you can work out what somebody's trying to
So
get
you've
out
been
of
with
this.
someone for 4 years and he's never posted you on his social media. You're going to feel some type of way about that?
Probably not. It
No, yeah,
depends
you
on
will.
him as a
Stop
character.
lying.
No. It
Because
actually
you went
depends on
straight
him
to
as...
social media before.
No, it just depends. It really depends on the person as a character. If this person isn't a social media person, he's never done it before. It's
What if he is? What if he is a super social media guy?
How many followers you got on Instagram?
Not a lot, just like, I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't even matter.
522,000. Just
No.
It's calm. It's calm.
See,
You lot chat shit.
with my situation, my motto is private, not secret.
and he's put his hood up
Okay,
as well.
there we go.
Do you know what
I
I'm saying?
And
agree
he's
with
put
that.
his hood up. He's changed this week.
Yeah, no, you know what? Because
Yeah.
I'm missing the hair. That's what it is. But
Just
yeah,
feel a
that's
bit
what it
there.
is. It's like
I agree with that.
we're private, not secret. So if you know, you know. And if I
Okay.
post, I post. If I take it down, I take it
Hey,
down.
if you know,
but it's
you know.
definitely happening.
I do like
But-
There we go.
the idea of if somebody asks you, you just change the subject.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
No,
mad.
listen, I really like if you don't want to engage in a conversation with somebody,
Yeah.
You don't have to.
That's
you
hilarious.
don't have to. So, for
Yeah.
instance, if somebody goes, "Oh, so I heard that you're with," yeah. So anyway, tomorrow the meeting
That's
at
mad.
9 o'clock. Boom, boom.
That'd be mad.
And a lot of really influential people put that in the statement,
Uh-huh.
like avoiding a conversation you don't want to be in directly is your right.
That's what I've never understood in interviews. Like, ask me whatever you want.
But
I'm
I'll
not
just
going to
change the
answer everything.
Perfect.
Like,
I think I love
Yeah.
that. So if somebody was like, "I saw you with Francesca last week," and I'd be like, the next conversation I was going to start to have, I'd just have that without even paying any mind to what he's going to say.
Can you
That
imagine
is-
tailoring that to an argument in a relationship?
how long have we got, Manny? We got to dead it.
I
Can we,
think- I
can we
think
leave
there's
a
an
camera?
art
Can we
to,
leave that
swerving
camera and
conversations.
drop it at yours? What happened last time?
I'll struggle a little bit.
Can we? Is that possible, or now do you need?
I mean, I don't need them, but at the same time, it's like, how's that gonna work?
Okay, right. Can we just wrap up then with New Year's resolutions,
Yeah.
Let's go.
real quick? Myers, you got anything? Nada.
Let me go
Devon,
last.
Manny.
Let me go last.
Manny.
Manny, you got any
What's your New Year's resolution?
Or if you're not that type of
Just take care of my family.
Amen.
Isn't a resolution supposed to be something new though? Because I'm guessing you already
No,
do that.
yeah, exactly. No, he hasn't. It's his new thing.
Oh, so you ain't been
No,
taking care
he's
of
just
them.
gonna start.
They're just in the dumpster right now. But New Year's, you're gonna take them out and look after them.
Just hustle harder, you know what I'm saying? Make sure my family good.
Why are you? You got any? Devon?
Develop stuff so I can spend more time in the studio making music. That's it. That's my whole goal for next year.
Okay.
Lucas.
We'll
go
show
ahead.
them to
No,
you.
no, you're the guest.
I just think consistency, being more consistent in whatever you do. That's one of my ones.
Okay. You
I'm
going
gonna
or-
stop showing so much love to black people.
Oh, we go.
That's your resolution, yeah?
Yeah, because they don't love me. They don't love me. I've realised this week, last week at Soul DXP.
Bearing in mind, he's got like a bunch of black people in the studio. Everyone's vibing.
Bro, you got
Everyone's showing you love.
videos in here, you talking about black people don't love
Nah, listen, the black people don't love me. I think it was a clear indication the other day when we pulled up and there's 2 American chicks, the black women just would not speak to me. I don't wear Jordans, and the reason I don't wear Jordans is because I feel like Michael Jordan is invested in the prison system in America, which is putting young black
I don't know why black people and Jordans have to be in
No,
prison.
listen. So I'm going to start wearing Jordans again, and I'm just going to be more selfish and be more for me because black people don't love me.
All right, and me, I think
Myers?
I don't really do. I don't really do resolutions. Like,
Hold up. We can't just bypass that.
It was mad.
No, we can discuss. I need to develop it. We'll
That's crazy.
Next year we'll
that's
get
what he's
into
looking
it.
for. That's why I ain't even paying it no mind.
You move to the next
Yeah,
conversation.
exactly. For me, probably, although I do it already, I'm gonna invest in myself more. But I feel like I've started to do that this year anyway.
More self-love.
Not self-love,
I see you,
Some
bro.
baths,
because
you know.
there's a lot of that anyway. But just
Devon's good for that. Like if you look at Devon and his journey and the amount of self-love he gives himself, it's.
do you know what it is? Yeah,
You
instead
don't,
of
you know,
No, self-love.
like the way to put it is, instead of, say for example, I have 6 chips and it's either black or red. Instead of going half or 40-60, I'm gonna go 80-20 or maybe even 90-10. So
But the 6.
just
black
put
people
the majority of it on me.
Right, that's it, man. It's a wrap. Manny, do you know what? End of the year, I'm happy where this has come. I'm happy where it's going. I'm not going to get too emotional. We've got to jump off quick, but there's not that I apologize, but
No, it's all right.
these 3 gentlemen in this room, I really, truly appreciate them. Meyers has took this shit from me fucking around to where it's going to go. Devon's picked me up off my feet and fucking dusted off my fucking myself. And Manny's fucking solid.
Yo,
like
big,
always
big,
there
big
for us,
shout
like.
out to Manny.
And,
Old time,
and
Manny.
I hope everybody, all 3 of you, I'll give everybody eye contact. I hope all 3 of you, hope you know that I truly appreciate it.
No, that's big.
Real
facts,
talk.
bro. That's big fact, bro.
So, okay, I'm taking back the black statement now. I'm going to think of a new resolution. So all I got is black people supporting me. If you want to argue, agree, or stalk one of us, please do so on the following platforms. Myself is at Lucasdirty. You need to explain yourself.com.
Meyers _international. That's MYERS _INTL.
Nada, thank you for joining us. You are...
Say nada. What? We doing? What we doing?
Say
Instagram
nada.
accounts or
Say nada.
socials.
Say nada with 2 Y's and 2 A's.
Okay.
At Devon Kosoko, DEVONKOSOKO on everything.
Manny.
My guy, yo,
And we'll
on
finish
that
on
note.
that. Thank you for listening to Talk Dirty Podcast. We are out.